So, Modern Warfare 3's gameplay was shown off today at Gamescom's opening night live stream, and with it we saw a bit of Modern Warfare 3 campaign gameplay, showcasing the nature of both the linear story missions and the open world concepts that we've discussed here on the channel. The mission shown off was exactly what we described in some of the past videos here, but with the footage here now to dissect, I wanted to break down a little bit of what you need to recognize from it. So as we go along, drop your thoughts down below on what you're interested in seeing further with Modern Warfare 3 gameplay-wise. Obviously, the campaign gameplay isn't exactly like how we'll see people playing the multiplayer and such, but it can give an indication as to some of the new mechanics of play, what it'll look like, the overall feel. So let me know your thoughts down below, and if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and drop a like on it, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to stay updated with all things Modern Warfare 3. We've still got a lot to talk about here, and I'd love to have you in the community. Finally, my friends over at G Fuel are having a back-to-school buy one get one sale going on right now. If you're interested, links in the description below. But for now, let's jump into it. So before jumping into the raw footage here to show off Operation 627 and the mission here that was shown off at Gamescom, during the presentation portion of the event, Sledgehammer's David Swenson, creative director, and Shelby Carlton, narrative designer, laid out a bit of what we can expect to see when it comes to the open combat missions, essentially laying out the framework and what we'll see with the player choice, essentially having the creative agency to go in how we want to approach a certain number of levels in the game in a more open-ended fashion. The subsequent B-roll footage showcases things like parachuting from the top of Gora Dam, yes, from Verdansk, blowing stuff up, zip lining, even dropping into what I'd imagine as part of the new Warzone map upcoming. If it's anything like how Spec Ops was in Modern Warfare 2019, utilizing that Warzone map as Spec Ops missions, because the dropping in sequence kind of looks like the one described ground war location. But anyways, throughout here we also see the use of a G36C, what appears to be a pump action shotgun, perhaps even an Expedite 12, an EBR of some sorts, an X21 pistol, the MTZ-556, an M4, a WSP-9, a Kastov 7.62, and a plenty number of other things like spotter scopes, shock sticks, Semtexes, recon drones, smoke grenades, underbarrel grenade launchers, hybrid scopes, self-revives, C4, quads with 3 seats from Warzone now as opposed to the Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 1 where it only had 2, and so on. So lots and lots can be picked apart here from this, but for me, I'm looking forward to seeing the campaign for sure, but I'm certainly interested in trying out these new open combat scenarios and levels. I think it offers up more ways for replayability, or selfishly in my case as a creator, a way to actually make content and guides on the campaign, whereas before just be a simple walkthrough of the missions. But I am curious to see the overall sentiment now that missions are out there and kind of what we can expect here with that open combat on if people will enjoy it or not. As I said before, it's kind of like Spec Ops, but in a story format with an actual narrative reward of a cutscene before and after, as opposed to Spec Ops where you have to seek out intel for narrative clues. So curious to see if it'll be cool to players or if it'll feel gimmicky at all. But anyways, that's the open world combat stuff that was shown off and some gameplay here at that. But Operation 627, the campaign gameplay that was actually shown off, I'll leave you with it in its entirety here momentarily. But this is a mission that by all accounts seemed like it was Kony Group infiltrating the prison in Verdansk. I mean, they had Russian writing on some of the gloves and other uniform outfits. They're ambiguously labeled Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta Team. And by all of what we had seen here in regards to the pre-reveal marketing, it seemed like Makarov was in a giant prison of sorts. So when I ended up seeing this at Sledgehammer, and still up until just a few minutes before recording this, all indications I thought pointed towards Kony Group breaking out Makarov. But as of again, right before recording this video, the unknown caller, that text chain that you can end up doing here for marketing for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, it sent out a message saying intel on Operation 627. An elite PMC fire team conducts a nighttime raid on a Kony-held prison to extract someone who may prove vital to the upcoming conflict in Modern Warfare 3. So a Kony-held prison, that would imply that whoever is scaling the walls of the prison, breaking out that prisoner, is not Kony Group, which again seems just backwards by all of the indications we've seen previously. So I mean, I guess it's open and up in the air and we won't really know until we actually get hands-on gameplay with it on November 2nd. So just opens more questions than I thought we had initially. But anyways, throughout this we'll end up seeing a bunch of things like weapons of the Draker 556, which I did spell wrong. I guess that in prior videos that I probably spelled it wrong. I switched a couple of letters around. You also see the Scorpion Evo 3, which I swore in the presentation was Scorpion Evo 4 for what I imagined was just legal reasons, but it is indeed the Scorpion Evo 3. Possibly I fat-fingered my notes there on my phone as well. And then you see things like the X21 pistol at the very beginning, among other things. But this one is a linear mission and something that, again, doesn't have those open world parameters, but instead guides you, the player, on one path. But anyways, that is where I can leave you here with this and let you see it in its entirety, unedited, unfiltered, and where we'll call the video. So let me know your thoughts down below. Liking what we see so far out of the campaign gameplay for Modern Warfare 3, not so much. Whatever the case, feel free to let me know. If you enjoyed the video, you find it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare 3. We still got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got things like XDefiant coming up as well. So if you'd like to join the community and stay up to date with all that, I'd love to have you. But for now, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later and enjoy the rest of the gameplay.
Hooks up. Good hook. Let's get up top.
All teams, Alpha's in. How copy?
Solid, relay when clear.
Moving to Mark DZ. Stand by.
Nods on. IO strobes on. Hold.
Drop him.
DZ clear.
3-1, kill the leg. Alpha to Bravo 1, marking with IR, confirm visuals.
Visual, Bravo inbound. All teams, Bravo's on deck, pushing up.
Alpha to Charlie, you set? Affirmative. All teams green to go in phase 2. Check.
Roger.
Moving interior. All clear.
Descending stairwell, south side.
Nods off. Be advised, they got a bird up.
Movement in the courtyard. Looks like a prisoner transfer.
Not our guy. On me. Hold up here. All teams, Alpha's in position.
Copy, Bravo set.
Charlie, good to go. Roger. Fire in the hole. Stand by.
3, 2, 1. Execute. They're taking the bait.
Light them up. Hatchway, on me, move. Pop the hatch.
Let's go! Stay close!
Bravo, Alpha's in the tunnels. What's your status?
Outside the control room, waiting on you.
Copy. At the gate, stand by.
All teams, let's roll thunder. Bravo, pull the plug.
Roger. Blackout in 3, 2, 1. Execute. Bravo's got the keys. Alpha, you have one mic before the lights are back online.
Copy, Bravo. Kick off the riot.
Roger. Opening blocks 1 through 4.
Alpha 1 to Bravo 1. Open 55C.
Check.
Clear. Alpha moving on sub-level. Let's get our guy. Ready, breach?
Breacher up.